YouTubers. Wanted to tell you about an experience that I had, and this information, may be helpful to you. This is the 192 T, where I'm replacing a piston where it was straight gassed. So I had some aluminum transfer on the inside here, as well as I had some carbon in the roof, and not a huge buildup, but a coating of carbon on the exhaust port. And I really needed to clean it up because this is my first experience with it, so I wanted to be able to see it clearly. So I used some engine decarbonizer that I had, and this type engine is really kind of hard to dam it up so that you could coat all the spots, because normally how you do this is you lower your piston, and you fill it up, and it sits, and then you pour it out, so forth. So it was harder to touch the surfaces here. And what I used was shop blue paper towels, and I tore them and stuffed the ports with them, and then I poured in some, not a lot, of the decarb, and it soaked the paper towels real good. And the weather at the time was cold and rainy, so there was plenty of humidity in the air. And I let it sit for a full 24 hours, and then I pulled everything out and looked at it, and I have some things that I bought last year, like this, these, and this, and these two were from Stihl, and I've got different types. So I went down and went in the cylinder and cleaned it up best I could, and it didn't get it all. So I said, well, I'm just gonna do it a little different this time. And this time I took a Ziploc and did the same thing, but I poured a whole lot more in it. And I knew that the Ziploc was going to retain it, up close to this. So I let that sit 24 hours, and when I took it out, this looked like it had mumps. This little white blobs all over it. And I took my deal, whatever you want to call it, and cleaned the interior up, and washed it with soap and water. And then I got to look at it, and there was not a single bit of aluminum left. And that wasn't even what I was going for. I was cleaning up the carbon. So, and then I noticed I started rubbing on these white spots, or the light colored spots, and I believe that was the actual aluminum, that it had separated and then chemically been drawn back to the metal and was deposited in these blobs. And I took a toothbrush, and and it came off. It would rub off, or I could brush it off, but I couldn't wash it off. And that is, you can't see. I can't. I don't have one of those cameras that'll go down in there, but it looks like brand new. And I credit this, and of course these tools were, really important, Scotch-Brite, etc. But it was very easy, and it was a huge surprise to find that worked in that manner. So, if you're in that spot and you happen to be lucky enough to have any of this left in your shop, bingo, give it a try. I believe you'll be happy. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I'll be doing the, I'll start on that project soon in the next day or two and begin to post more on it. Okay, like and subscribe, hopefully, if it was helpful to you. Thanks.